It's Saturday, November 2nd, 2024. Absolutely stunning day here in Palm Desert, California. Beautiful skies, about 80, 82 degrees. I feel blessed to be able to sit here and speak with all of you on such a glorious, beautiful day. We have a lot to talk about. Please stay to the remainder to this video because I'm going to throw in some B-roll. When we were in Memphis, Tennessee, we stopped at the Bass Pro Shop, the big pyramid Bass Pro Shop, gigantic. They have a hotel there. I think it's the biggest Bass Pro Shop in the country. It was enormous. And we took the elevator to the very, very top of the pyramid, and absolutely beautiful view. And we talked about the importance of the circle of people that you have, your circle of friends, and why it is going to be more important than ever to have the strongest circle of people in your group. Surround yourself with strong, like-minded people, people who are loyal to you, who are awake, people who believe in what you believe in, and why it is going to be so important as we head into 2025. So make sure to check that out on this video. When I'm done going over some of the data here, some of these articles, please watch it, comment down below. I'm going to start with this first one today on CNBC. Berkshire Hathaway's cash fortress tops $300 billion as Buffett sells more stock, freezes buybacks. I believe they're sitting at about $325 billion right now. Buffett dumped more than a quarter of his Apple stock in the third quarter, and he reaped more than $10 billion from offloading Bank of America stock. So my question to all of you is, why? Why are they building such a cash war chest right now? What is Berkshire Hathaway, what is Warren Buffett preparing for right now? What is coming? It seems to me like they are loading up on massive amounts of cash because it looks like they see something coming. They see a big crash coming, which is going to result in big sales coming. And this is why they are building up this massive war chest of cash, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on this. Why do you think they're selling off so much and building up so much capital, cash on the sidelines right now? What do they know that the average investor does not know? Let me know your thoughts. Here's another one today. This one coming from Fox Business. TGI Fridays files for bankruptcy. They have closed 36 of their restaurants across the U.S. They filed bankruptcy today in Texas. And what does this mean? I think it means that it is going to be more and more challenging for the restaurant industry to make money. And it's an indication, a canary in the coal mine, that this economy is in big trouble and that people just don't have the discretionary spending that they did a year or two ago. And this is going to put more pressure on the restaurant industry, on these big chains, on the mom and poppers. Again, they filed bankruptcy today, Saturday, in Texas. Here's another one. Outback Steakhouse closes 41 restaurants across 8 states. It is going to be a brutal year in 2024, and it's going to be more brutal in 2025 for the restaurant industry. People aren't going out like they once did. They don't have the discretionary spending capability that they once did. So we're going to see more of the big chains closing. We're going to see more of the mom and pops closing. Extremely difficult industry to be in. And I know somebody will write me and say, hey, they were out, last night, and, the restaurants were packed. Hey, look, some of the restaurants are packed, but, a lot of them are more packed on Friday, Saturday, and they're dead all week. And some restaurants are doing just fine. But if you go across the country as a whole, the industry has been getting beaten down. Many have closed, never to return. Many of the chains are cutting out a lot of the fat. The stores that are not performing, they're just cutting out. Look at Wendy's closing 150 of their restaurants. It's going to get much, much worse because less people have the ability to go out and eat, whether it's to go get a burger, which now is going to cost you $10 at McDonald's or more, or to go to a nice steakhouse, which is going to cost you $100 plus. So things are changing quickly. Here's another one. Economy. Foreign workers score over 1 million jobs. Nearly 800,000 Americans lose jobs. This over the past year. We've talked about this many, many times. People are going to go out and vote if they haven't already. And they're either going to vote for change or they're going to vote for what we've had over the last 3.5 years. They're going to vote for the same or they're going to vote for some type of change. And so I hope everybody really gives this some thought. If you want things to remain like they have for almost the last 4 years, then you know who to vote for. If you want change, if you want something better, if you want the economy to improve, then you're going to probably have to vote for Mr. T. And I'm not sitting here getting political with you, right, left, in the middle, whatever. I'm strictly voting on who's going to help the country, protect the country, who's going to look after the economy, who's going to do something about inflation. We've already seen what one of them has already done over the last 3.5 years, has caused a complete economic disaster. We saw what Mr. T did over his 4-year term. Inflation was way down. The job market was much better. The standard of living was much better. Not perfect, okay? We still created a lot of debt. But overall, I do believe that, for me, there is a candidate who's going to do a better job, who's run businesses, who did something about the border, who kept inflation at bay, and the other one did nothing, absolutely nothing, but let things get absolutely out of control. So again, to me, I'm not voting on politics. I'm voting on basically the economy. Who's going to improve the economy? Who's going to open up those pipelines? Who's going to get fuel prices down immediately? And I will say this. There is not one person, one human being who's going to be able to change what has already transpired over decades and decades of financial abuse, okay? Mr. T is not going to fix these problems overnight, but what he can do is possibly, slow the bleeding down. We've had decades of economic destruction with low interest rates, all the money printing, all the wars, $8 trillion in war, all this wasted money. So you're not going to have one person. You have a false sense of security or a false sense of hope if you believe that one man or one politician is going to fix all this in the first year. This is decades and decades of financial abuse. It is going to take years and years to fix. But we can either keep going down the same road, or we can elect somebody to at least start changing things and slowing the bleeding down. That's my opinion. Again, it's not political. I'm voting on pure economics. Who is going to slow the bleeding down? Who is going to put America first? Who's going to start trying to get manufacturing back to America? Who's going to start opening up those pipelines? Who's going to really look after the American worker and do what he can to keep jobs here and make us more competitive globally? That's what I'm voting on. It's not red, it's not blue, it's economy. It's who's going to make my life better, who's going to make the average household's American's life better. That's how I'm voting. So comment down below. Vote for whoever you want to, but I think it's extremely important to vote. Another article today from The Hedge. After Halloween, the economy could get spooky. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the economy is in very, very big trouble. And no matter who wins the election, the economy is still going to be in very, very big trouble. It says here, the Fed's interest rate cutting bonanza and money supply has risen in the past 11 straight months. Higher inflation is a guarantee for cash-strapped and over-indebted consumers who are already stretched. People are in very, very big trouble, and there's going to be no quick fix here. This is going to take years if we even get the right candidate in there. And it's another reason why it's so important to have the right circle of friends in your life, to have the right people sitting at your table, to surround yourself with very good, strong people who are, learning, people who are adding assets, people who are walking the walk, people who are walking close to God, people who are awake to what's happening right now and to what is coming. I believe 2025 is going to be a very volatile year, no matter who's elected, no matter who is elected this coming week. 2025 is going to be a very, very volatile week. And I expect that if Mr. T is elected, I believe this is when we're going to start seeing the real data, the real inflation numbers, the real unemployment numbers, the real housing numbers. This is when we begin to see the truth, and people are going to get very, very nervous. And I believe we're going to see mass volatility on the stock market in 2025, and more than likely they're going to throw a lot of things in Mr. T's lap, and it is going to be a very, very epic wild ride in 2025. So stay tuned to the rest of this video. Make sure you have the right people in your life. Surround yourself with lions, not rats. Beware of the pump and dumpers, the doom and gloomers who have no answers, the people who just sell doom but aren't walking the walk and who aren't really, really preparing. They're just trying to capitalize with you buying stuff from them. surround yourself with people that have your back, people that if you have to engage in a fight, that these people are going to have your back, that they're going to be there, that these are the same people that are prepping, putting the food and water away, who are out training, who are out getting stronger, who are at the gym getting stronger, who are adding defensive skill sets to protect themselves, their assets, and their families. You know, it's great to go to the gym and be strong, but unless there's a utility, it makes no sense to me. Why get strong if you don't have the abilities and the training to protect yourself, to protect your family? If you're going to get strong, make sure there's a utility, a purpose to getting strong, that you have those skills, that you know how to fight, that you know how to protect yourself and your family. Extremely, extremely important. So watch the remainder of this video. Comment down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let's just keep waking up as many people as we can. This is going to be an absolute historical week that is coming with this election, and it's going to be absolutely, I think, insane after the election. And look, there's a reason why they're boarding up buildings right now in Washington, because they're preparing for unrest. So if you think that this is all just going to go away a day or two later, or a week or two later, you are drinking the Kool-Aid. 2025 is going to be a very, very volatile year. So make sure that you're walking close to God. Make sure you're getting strong. Make sure that you're adding those skills, that you know how to protect yourself. Make sure that you have a close-knit group of people in your circle. And really quick, before I play the rest of the video, we've talked about this many, many times. As things get worse, there are going to be people coming to you for help. They're going to be coming to you for food, for water, for safety, for a place to sleep. This is already happening. So many people write me that people are already asking them for money, been asking them for money, been asking for food, asking them for a place to sleep. They're already asking for help. What would you do? Are you prepared to just let these people into your house, to eat your food, drink your water, and live in your house? Or are you warning these people right now that, hey, you better get your own house in order because I'm not going to be able to take care of you? There are going to be big decisions and choices we're all going to have to make because we have friends, relatives, family members who expect you to take care of them when times get tough. Like, I'm coming to your house because I know you're preparing. So in the meantime, they're going to Vegas, they're partying, they're going to the bars on Friday, Saturday night, and they just think that they're going to come to your house when it gets bad. I hope you're warning these people because I can tell you they're not coming to my house. And you can let whoever you want into your house. But I hope that you're warning your friends and family members and associates that you better be taking care of your own house right now. Because personally, in my house, we don't have the room, we don't have the calories, we don't have the resources to feed everybody we know. So I hope everybody watching this is taking care of their own house, getting their own house in order. And again, you can let in whoever you want. But what if you let those people in and they don't leave? Or what if you don't let them in and they kick your door in? I mean, these are all things we've got to start thinking about because times are getting rough and people are already asking you for money. They're already asking for a place to sleep. Can I stay at your house? Can I just stay there for a couple of weeks till I get on my feet? Can you help me out with my kids? This is all happening right now. Imagine what this is going to look like 6 months or a year from now. Comment down below. Watch the rest of this video. God bless. So just got into Tennessee and we saw the Bass Pro Shop off the freeway here. I don't know, is this the biggest one? I don't know, it looks huge. So we said, hey, let's take a little break here, get off the road for maybe a half hour, check it out. This thing is huge, so.
Wow, this is a huge building. Looks like we're in Las Vegas.
Yeah, like the Luxor.
I wouldn't mind buying something.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen a Bass Pro Shop like this. Pretty incredible. This thing is huge. And it has a hotel. So those are, I think, the rooms up here. And then you take the elevator here all the way to the balcony up top. Gators at Bass Pro.
Gators, man, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we're getting way up here.
You getting scared?
Are you?
Yeah. I don't know. Why would I be scared?
How high do you think this thing is, Enrique?
Maybe what? 1,000 feet up in the air? Perfect timing, huh, for the sunset.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. You get full survival. Maybe. You might be able to get it. I mean, because, like, you see them stairs.
Lost the phone.
If it hits.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Like, just
So,
now.
we just got into Tennessee, and we're at Bass Pro Shop, and I don't know, we're way up here in the air, as you can see. And we put on, I don't know, 1,200 miles, 1,300 miles, visiting friends, making some stops on the way to Alabama. But it just makes you think about the type of people that you hang out with, the circle of friends that you have. And, you know, especially when you're on the road for days and days with people, it makes you really appreciate good people and the choices you make and the people you hang out with. This is a time with what we're heading into that you got to be surrounding yourself with good, solid, stable people. People that come to the table and bring something. People who are training, people who have discipline, people who are committed, people that won't stab you in the back, people who aren't mooches, want to just take and take and take, but actually offer things, have skills, all that. We talk a lot about what's happening financially, but with where we are heading as a nation, the economy, socially, you got to really be surrounding yourself with good people. So surrounding yourself with good people, I think it's an incredible asset. One that, you know, with everything that's happening right now, the importance of surrounding yourself with good, solid people who are awake and preparing.
Yes, I strongly agree with JB when he talks about that, because at the end of the day, those are the people that are going to hold you down. And if you are ever in an emergency, you never know. You know, you might have some assets, but they may disappear out of the blink of an eye. And if you don't have the right people behind you supporting you, then those people are just going to run away, or they're going to ignore you, or they're going to block you, or they're just going to find ways to not help you. They're going to make excuses. You don't want people like that. So right now, during the good times, those people actually can be tested. And what do they say? That if you want to make a person disappear, the fastest way to make a person disappear, give them a loan. And if they disappear, then they weren't meant to be. You could tell those people are weak. They weren't meant to be in your circle.
So you've had experiences where people just want, you know, something from you.
Oh, yeah.
Your services
Yes.
with business.
Yes.
These are the people that probably come to your house when
Yes.
the power goes out,
Yes.
take your food.
Yeah. So exactly, I've offered my services to people. Sometimes it's a service that's not even that expensive, and they just disappear, and they don't give their face. And it's a service that doesn't even cost that much, you know, and they just disappear. Like I said, that is how you know the type of people you want to surround yourself with. Sometimes you think that you have the right person with you, but like I said, any little thing you do, they disappear. They don't want to give face, and at the end, you're the enemy. Even if you lent them the money or you lent them the service, they always try to twist it back and say that you are the evil one, that you were the one that, you know, caused them harm.
Yeah, and if you're already if you're having problems like that right now with people, imagine when the times get bad, when they get hungry, their family gets hungry, when they need something. These are the people that you probably let into your house that won't leave, or if you open the door, they're going to kick your door in and want what you have. And so you got to be very, very careful with the choices of people that you have relationships with, the choices of people that you hang out with, the type of people who are at your circle, the people that you sit at your table with. Surround yourself with lions, not rats. Aaron.
Yeah, so I've had to cut certain people out of my life because I've figured out that they had other, you know, ulterior reasons of why they were hanging out with me. It was like, what could I offer them? So yeah, I've shrunk down my circle. You're in it obviously, but with everything that's going on, I got to make sure that I don't have any weak links in my friends, and especially relationships, because when it goes down, you got to make sure that person's going to have your back, that's not going to walk out, and is going to be able to perform and do whatever you need them to do when the poo hits the fan.
I've noticed even on this trip, there's a lot of fake people out there. Being involved in social media, knowing certain people on social media, there's good ones, there's bad ones, just like anything else. But there's so many fake people out there that just try to front. And there's so many people on social media who do nothing but front. And you look at these people and you just wonder, how could anybody even believe? I mean, a lot of these people, all they want to do is sell fear, but then they have another motive. They want to sell you something on top of the fear. And it's usually stuff that is never going to help you in a time of crisis. And, there's so many people out on social media doing pump and dumps, selling you all this garbage. They're telling you they're walking the walk, but you look at them, they're not walking the walk. It is so important for everybody out there watching this video that you are walking the walk, that you're living this now, that it's part of your lifestyle. Because if you're not putting that discipline in your life right now, that structure in your life, you're not walking the walk right now, what's going to happen when times really get tough? And if you think they're tough right now, wait till you see what's coming. Aaron.
Yeah, so just to reiterate on what you were talking about, it's surprising how many YouTube personalities out there have these channels, and we're learning that they're fake.
Right.
That they don't have what they say they have. They don't. Actually, I think a lot of them don't actually believe what they are preaching.
Right.
I really think, it's great talking points. It's great.
It's great to sell stuff.
Yeah, it's great to sell stuff and get the views and clicks, but I don't think they truly believe what they're saying is going to happen.
Right. Because, look at their actions. How are they improving? What assets are they adding to their life? Are they out training? Are they adding skills? We actually tried to get a hold of some people on this trip that were on social media that no way wanted to meet up whatsoever. Why? I have no idea. What are your thoughts?
Well, one of them that I spoke to, I heard fear in their voice. Like, okay. I don't know if they thought we were going to expose them or what, but we show everything, like stacking metals. I show my metals that I stack. I train with these tools and stuff we talk about. Like, so I don't know, maybe they're all show and tell, and they're not really walking the walk.
Yeah, there is a lot of show and tell on social media. It could be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. There's some really great channels and some people really walking the walk. There's some real serious people out there without a doubt. But then there's a good portion of people that, it's all show and tell. It's all show, no go. And look, I'm not sitting here saying that we're Navy SEALs or anything like that, but I'm doing the best I can to walk the walk. I've made a lot of sacrifices to prepare for all of this, and I sleep pretty good at night. And I know these guys next to me, same thing. But really be careful of the people that you bring into your life, the people that you're following. Are they actually walking the walk, or are they just selling fear, doom and gloom, and then trying to sell you something, try to sell you a pill that says somehow magically you're going to be in better shape? The only way you're going to get in better shape is actually putting in the work and the discipline, getting to the gym, getting to boxing, getting to jiu-jitsu, getting to the gym, lifting weights. You got to be doing this stuff right now. There's no magic pill. There's nothing. There's no magic tricks that's going to do this for you. And it's amazing how many people on social media just had other things to do and didn't want to meet up for whatever reason. That's cool. But, we're going to meet some more people. It's great to see Mr. Holder. We'll be meeting somebody tomorrow on our way to Alabama. So it's good, but it makes you question. Look, and we're not talking about anybody specifically, but it is interesting that there's a lot of people that they talk a lot of garbage online, but then when you want to meet, they don't want to meet. Enrique.
Yes, so right now is a good time for you to be able to know who is it that is really going to be on your team. And also, when it comes to the social media, don't believe everything out there. There's a lot of people out there that flaunt a lot of stuff, but a lot of it is, purchased through loans and credit cards, and possibly it's all just make-believe. And so, at the end of the day, what do you believe when you see them in physical appearance? how they behave around you, how they react to things that you tell them. And so not everybody is being honest with what they're portraying on camera. Totally does not make sense. When you meet them in person, they may end up a total fake. And so that's why don't believe everything that you see online. Only believe the stuff that you actually see in person. There's a lot of artificial intelligence out there. There's a lot of social media fakery going on, and just a lot of people not actually walking the walk and doing, actually committing to what they say they're going to do. That's another thing that I've noticed is there's a lot of flakes out there, and so you just have to stick with the people that are not flakes, and that you see that there's consistency. Their actions and their words match what they actually say is what they're actually going to do.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And look, there's some really good, solid people out there on social media too. So don't get me wrong, not everybody's bad. There's a lot of really good, solid people out there that have great information, who train a lot, who've put in a lot of time, have served the country, who are no joke. They're solid. But I see these people, and you can look at them. You know these people aren't training. You know these people aren't the kind of people that would ever have your back. These aren't the kind of people that would ever throw down. These aren't the people that would never put any real skin in the game. They know who they are. You know who they are. Just take a look at them. Just like Enrique said, just take a look at them. Are they getting in better shape? Are they at the range? Are they boxing? Are they doing jiu-jitsu? Are they hitting the weights? Are they bettering their lives? What kind of skills are they working on right now? They're always just shooting videos in beautiful areas. We try to get out there and shoot it wherever we have to shoot it at, but you got to put in the time. You got to put in the discipline now. As Aaron said, I don't think these people really believe that something bad's going to happen, because if they did, they would get themselves in much better shape. They would be adding skills on how to protect themselves, their families. They'd be protecting themselves financially. It's easy to say you're doing something, but I really question these people because I don't see any action. I see a lot of talk. Aaron, anything?
So another thing is, a lot of people, until you're actually put in that situation and tested mentally, physically, you won't know, because you can sit there and say, oh, I'll do this and that in that situation, but until you're actually put in that situation and you have to act, then you don't know. So what I'm getting at is you need to go out and train. You need to go to the house, cut the power, and see, hey, can I make it 24 hours? Can I make it 36 hours? Whatever, without power, or just training and testing your people and make sure, see how everyone reacts under stress.
Right. You do jiu-jitsu.
Right.
So you're used to having people try to hurt you.
Correct.
Not.
Well, yeah. It's
seriously, but somebody putting hands on, trying to choke you out, put you in a bad position, uncomfortable position, and so after you've done that thousands of times,
right.
In the real world, you're not going to panic like most people who've never gone hands on, had to engage with another human being.
Right. So I'd had formal training in the Marine Corps and all that, but when I went to started doing jiu-jitsu, I kind of had to eat some humble pie, and I don't want to say I had to start over, but I realized that maybe I wasn't as skilled as I thought I was. And so I know the Aaron today would whoop the crap out of the Aaron 2-3 months ago. When I started. So yeah, it's great. It's not an end all be all. It's not gonna fix everything. Wow. But you just need to get in there, and that is the hardest part. Is when I went to jiu-jitsu for the first time, they praised me on the fact that they said that's the hardest part, is actually walking through the door to do the training. That's the hardest part. Everything else is, just going to fall in line after that.
So, testing yourself, adding that discipline, working out, getting the body in shape, and also all this gets your mind in better shape too. And it prepares you for an uncomfortable time. And if people aren't preparing for uncomfortable times right now, what's going to happen when they become uncomfortable? They resort back to their training, which is zero. So get as much training, add as many skills as you can right now. Get your finances in shape. Get your body in shape, your mind in shape, your spirit in shape. I cannot stress this stuff enough. We can talk all about gold and silver all day, but you got to have a warrior mindset. You got to really think, if I had to engage, if something happened, what would I do? What's my training? And heaven forbid that ever happens. But if it does, you know that you're prepared, that you have the skills to protect yourself. Cannot stress it enough, ladies and gentlemen. So coming to you from Tennessee now. There you are. Have a good night. It's all right. Yeah. Very cool. So as we leave Bass Pro Shop, there's a lot of boat sales here. And what's interesting is nobody's really looking at the price. They're looking at the monthly payment. So let's take a look at this. Aaron, point us out, what's the price on this one?
I think it's up here. I think it was like 40 grand. Yeah, it's 40 grand. Well, I don't know, I guess.
So what's everybody really looking
But
at?
then they got that's
How many
highlighted.
months? How many months is that? Or years?
It's 8.64 APR for 180 months. 180
So
months.
you can have this boat for $362 a month, and it's going to take you 100 and how many?
80 days.
Months.
I mean,
180
months.
15
months.
years. 15 years.
50. Enrique,
Yeah.
you're the accountant. Break this down. Is this a bad deal?
This is a total bad deal. Remember, I don't know if you've heard of it, but the best day that you have buying a boat is the day that you buy it, and then the day that you sell it.
So Enrique, how
Yeah.
much? All right, so the list price of this boat is 40 grand.
40
What are you
grand.
really going to pay
Yeah.
at what 8.6,
I don't know.
8.7%, whatever the interest is on 40 grand over 180 month? 180 months?
Yeah.
Wait,
so,
was that right? 180 months?
Yeah, 180 months. Yeah,
Okay.
180 months. That's 15
so
years.
it's going to be 362 times 180.
Yeah.
So-
So if you're paying this off over a 15-year period, more than likely that $40,000 is probably going to be over 100, easily over 100. So, but the thing is obviously you don't want to do that.
65.
You don't want to do that,
65.
but I mean,
65.
most people, all they care about is if they can afford the monthly payment, they'll just throw it on top of all their other monthly obligations,
Okay.
and it's just going to be until eternity.
So,
So if you
Yeah.
pay it out in full, $25,000 in interest is what you're paying for.
over 15 years.
Yeah, but
Yes.
$25,000 of interest if you never make monthly payments on it. What about all the maintenance? What about the warranties? What about the gas? All of that together. So at the
Insurance.
end of the day, insurance, you know,
Yeah.
it's sky high.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
boat's going to cost you probably damn near 100 grand.
So you don't know if 10, 15 years down the line, that insurance is probably going to double by then. So yeah, if you look into operating costs, it's probably going to be, you're probably going to spend over 100K on that boat.
Wow. This is what everybody's looking at right here. That's all that matters is that 362. That's all that matters. Can I make 362 a month? Yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now, 7 years from now, 10 years from now. You still have a $362 payment at 8.7, 8.9%, whatever it is. It's a lot of money. You got to be insane. You got to be insane. If you can't pay 40 grand for this boat, don't buy it.